What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carcino here, and we gonna talk about another fight that's a classic. Terence Crawford versus Euriscus Gamboa. Now, here's my situation with Euriscus Gamboa. Euriscus Gamboa, he had the issues with Top Rank, and now he's set up to go against a guy, Terence Crawford, in his hometown for his title. In a way, he cost Top Rank all this money, but they were paid back thanks to 50 Cent. And the genius of 50 Cent, Gamboa is your only meal ticket you have. And this is the only way you could think to deal with him, is to put him in a fight with Terence Crawford in Terence Crawford's hometown. And it's amazing to me that everyone is still sold on the fact of Euriscus Gamboa from 2009. I mean, that's how far back you're going when you're talking about Euriscus Gamboa. You're talking 2009, 2010, 2011. And that is not the same Euriscus Gamboa that fought one time last year that we even know about. This guy has fought once in like 2.5 years. And what do we know about him? No, he fought twice, I think. No, he fought twice in 2.5 years, because he almost got knocked out by the Filipino kid that he was supposed to look good against. I forgot about that, but I'm glad it came back to me. But what about Gamboa do we know? He has no defense. Terence Crawford will punish him badly. And did you not notice what he looked like? That he's not on the products no more that Lab had, that he admitted to taking their products, and they were busted for steroids that A-Rod had to go through the trial on. The only reason Gamboa's name wasn't mentioned at that biogenics clinic or whatever is because no one knows or cares who he is. But the boxing world knew. And he didn't have to wait all these weeks and months before he issued a statement saying, yes, I took their products. I don't know if they had steroids in them or not. That was his statement. So he's saying he took the products, but he don't know if they had steroids in them or not. So that's beyond his knowledge. But since he was off of them, you saw what he looked like in his last fight. He looked terrible. He was slow, sluggish, wasn't fighting the same type of way. And all I'm saying is, since that happened, that happened. So that's the Gamboa I see going into the ring against Crawford. Because I can only judge him off that. I can't judge him off the Gamboa that was knocking people out with the fast hands and the speed way back in 2011 and 12 and all that. And this is Terence Crawford, ladies and gentlemen. Terence Crawford is a guy that I scouted. I watched Terence Crawford. I told people, this is the guy you need to get. Cameron Duncan was told already before. I don't know if Mikey Garcia told him to, but he was already told about Terence Crawford. You know, he's not just going to say, well, Mikey Garcia co-signed for him, so I'm just going to go ahead and get him. It didn't happen like that. They made it that way. He inquired and found out some things that Terence Crawford is the truth. In a little small town in Omaha, Terence Crawford is the truth. And now that the truth is going to have its light and be able to shine, I want to see Danny Garcia versus Terence Crawford in the future. I love to see Adrian Broner versus Terence Crawford in the future. But right now, he is going to beat the brakes off Gamboa. You could bet that. Let's see how Gamboa take it to the body. Let's see how Gamboa take it When his little one flash punch, the right hand, all he got is a right hand. And he think he just from the floor bud? Come on. Anybody who know boxing know that Terence Crawford is going to beat the brakes off this little dude. And it's sad that this is what's going to come of Gamboa. And 50 Cent just basically cashing him out. And I don't see 50 staying in the boxing game long. I really don't. I mean, where could he go? What would be his venture? I mean, he could stick around till Floyd is gone. Then what? Try to work things out with the Bella. It's not gonna turn a profit for you that you might hope or think is going to happen. Pretty soon, 50 is at a point right now where, with his name status and his investments, he's not having to render much of his own personal finances and gain into these bouts. But when it becomes time consuming, when you're in another country and you're working on other ventures that's going to be lucrative to your brand, and you got to come and deal with this SMS promotions fight that's just a good look for your company, for your fighter, he needs this. He's got to have representatives that CEOs there who's running it, because he can't afford to be there. But a lot of the dates are going to be required on 50 Cent's presence, because he's the biggest brand name in his own market. Your name is the biggest thing in the company. You're bigger than all your athletes, so you need to be in attendance. It's like Don King Promotions, a DKP promotional fight. Don King was bigger than life. He was the first promoter that was bigger than the fighters. So Don was the man. It's like Don King, his hair, everything. He became a symbol of his company, of his brand. So if they have a Don King promotion, to sell it or to make it, you gotta have Don King. People still want to see Don King, and that's just what it is right now. You can't have no identity and be a promoter. It's hard to do that. It's hard to be a successful promoter and have zero identity. So there it is. We went into a whole nother subject. So you guys got a lot of extra stuff, and I'm out.